Hey guys, in today's video I want to show you how you can mix your 808s. I want to show you a few different techniques and how you can take them from sounding really boring to sounding very modern, like in nowadays trap music. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, hit that notification button, drop a like. Let's get into the video. I've just made a very quick beat, don't laugh about it. I know it doesn't sound that good, but that's not the focus of this video. Just let me play with the beat. So this is how the 808 sounds. I'm gonna try and process the 808 so we can give it that modern quality. And I want to show you a few plugins, especially distortion plugins that I use to mix 808s. And I'm gonna try to make this 808 very wide. Saturn from FabFilter. I use this because I have so many different styles that I can try. You already hear that it makes a big difference. It already sounds like some 808s that you're hearing on popular tracks. The cool thing about FabFilter Saturn is that it's a multi-band distortion plugin, so you can have multiple bands doing different things. You can use the multi-band to not process the very sub-low frequencies. You can have the low frequency very clean, and you can add saturation to the mid frequencies, the frequency that matters the most. It's really important that the 808s come through from a really small speaker like a laptop speaker or a phone speaker. This is one of my favorite techniques to use to make a 808 cut through the mix. Let me play the 808 in context. This is without the plugin. Switches the focus of the track from other elements to the 808, which is very important in nowadays music. Let's try some other distortion plugins. This week I've released a video on sample rate and beat depth and how you can use that as a creative effect. Sometimes I use that to process 808s, so by reducing the sample rate you can add some really nice character. Now let's blend the processed signal with the original. So this is another way that you can make your 808 really cut through the mix. And if you want to make it noisier, grittier, with more character, Decapitator, you can really push it into distortion, or you can add some really nice harmonics. And with the Decapitator you have more than one style. As with Saturn, different flavor, you don't have that much control over the sound. It really sounds different, it's a matter of taste. As far as compression, I usually don't compress that much the 808s, but when I do, I use the CLA 2A. It just keeps the 808 under control and it adds some nice movement. Another plugin that I use for 808s, if I want the 808s to be very loud, if I want the 808s to overpower the track limiter 6, and I use the clipper. Use a clipper. I know a few very nice clippers. This one is one of my favorite. I use it in mastering too. Just experiment with clippers. Now I want to show you how I make an 808 sound wide. I have a few different techniques. One of them is using Isotope Teller imager. A lot of people will say that it's not good to have the bass in stereo, but it's really a creative choice. So if you like that wide sound, just go for it. It doesn't really matter. And in mastering, when I do this technique, I usually mono the sub-low frequencies, so I keep that under control a bit. I'm gonna engage the stereo-rise. Let's see what happens. Another great thing that you can do is to use Microshift from Soundtoys. I use that sometimes if I want to get the 808 even wider. Something like this, and I just mix the original signal with the processed. And I use a combination of Microshift and Ozone 8 imager. I can get something like this. Let me play the original 808 and then I will engage the plugins. It's a huge difference. You can get very creative with the saturation and the distortion. So these are a few techniques and a few plugins that I use when mixing 808s and when I really try to get a special 808, a different 808 from a stock one. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe, hit the notification button, drop a like, leave a comment with suggestions, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, join our Facebook group, it's called Mix Talk. Over the weekend is my birthday, so I really appreciate all the support that I've been getting recently. Thank you very much, and see you guys next time. Cheers.